Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day. Happy Wednesday out there. It's Hump Day. And you know, folks, I like to call it the week's middle finger. That's right. Either way, we're halfway there till the weekend. And also, we are just five shopping days left until the big day, which is Christmas. Okay, yesterday we learned of the loss of Penny Marshall, who played Laverne on the hit show Laverne and Shirley. Now, it was disclosed yesterday that she died of complications of diabetes at the age of 75. She also had a bout with lung cancer that went into remission back in 2013. Now, as I researched this story, I took it upon myself, and I was intrigued to find out what the average lifespan for men and women nowadays is. And surprisingly enough, statistics-wise, a man and a woman live to be about 78.69 years old in the United States. Now, some of the factors being race, region of where you were born, as well as where you're living and so forth, that can all play a role. Now, pre-existing conditions such as cancer and other diseases also affect this number as well. Now, a study back in 2017 showed the average lifespan dropped by 1% due to drug overdose epidemic. Can you believe that? And another study showed that living in certain areas of the country can play a huge role on how long you live. For example, people living in Hawaii, well, they have a life expectancy of 80 years old, but yet you come up here to Washington, D.C., that drops down to about 72 years old. So, it has nothing to do whether or not you're a politician or not, but either way, if you were to rank some of these other countries and so forth, you have a long life compared to others. But I did it upon myself. I looked up a couple of other places to see what the average life expectancy is, and in Japan is the highest. People live there to be about 83.7 years old. That's right. Italy right behind them at 83.31. Switzerland right there at 82.84. And Singapore as well went down to 82 years old. Now on the bottom of the scale, Nigeria, people live to about 52.29 years old. And the land of Chad is 51.13. And then Lesotho, which I didn't know is a South African region, the average age there, life expectancy, is 49.5 years old. But Swaziland comes in dead last. And if you lived to be the ripe old age of 49.18 years old, you pretty much surpassed your circumference. So those are interesting stats nonetheless. So now we all know what the average life expectancy is everywhere else. Well, in case you missed it last night, the NBC hit music show The Voice, well, they crowned their new winner. And it's good news for Team Kelly as Clevel Shepherd. That's right, the 16-year-old from New Mexico. She's powerful voice, impressed everybody all season long. She bested the other three finalists, and she became the latest show's victor. That's right, her coach was first season American Idol, Kelly Clarkson. Celtics are back in action tonight as they host the Phoenix Suns over at the TD Garden. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Now, usually around this time with the holidays and stuff, we reminisce about people we have lost throughout the year and, certain things that have gone on. It's kind of like a reminiscent type thing, which is, pretty much the norm here with the end of the year stuff. Well, this time I came across a list of companies that closed their doors forever. Now, some of these we did know about. Some of them were kind of shocking to me. So let me go through the list for you here. No doubt the big one this year I should say, was Toys R Us. They shuttered closed their doors. Mattress Firm, they closed. The mattress giant, I did not know that. Now, Walgreens, Rite Aid, they closed up shops this year, as well as Subway. They closed over 500 stores. They continue to close some now. H&R Block, they closed 400 out of 10,000 stores, and they keep doing that as well. That's the tax giant. Sears and Kmart, yep, they closed up as well. And GNC, General Nutrition Company, recently stated they will be starting to close up about 200 stores nationwide. However, they're booming overseas as there are over 5,000 locations in China. Needless to say, they are doing very well over there. And then, of course, Claire's. Remember Claire's, that store at the mall where it seemed every kid, including mine, got their ears pierced? Well, they closed early this year as well. They're not reopening anytime soon. Foot Locker, they closed about 100 stores, and they are restructuring their company. But they are doing a lot of online retail. But as for stores, they are closing. Remember Brookstone? I used to love Brookstones. That store, they had all the adult gadgets and so forth. They closed up shop. But interestingly enough, they went into retail space at local airports. That's right. You can find some at Logan, TF Green, all those places. They do have stores there, as well as partnering with Macy's to sell some of their stuff as well. So that's good news for them. Footwear giant Nine West. Remember them, the fancy boots and all that? They declared bankruptcy, and they shuttered all their locations. And another clothing giant, Abercrombie & Fitch, they started closing last year. Actually, they started closing in 2016 and 2017. They did see a little reprieve, however, but they are starting to close up business. So there you have it, folks. These are the stores that did not survive 2018. I'm sure there'll be other lists coming out as well, including cars and TV shows and all that stuff. But nonetheless, that's what's happening for 2018 company-wise. And finally, I want to give it today, what a day, happy birthday shout out to Jake Gyllenhaal. He turns 38. Actress Alyssa Milano turns 46. And of course, that world-famous magician who I saw in Las Vegas, Chris Angel, he turns 51. Well, that's going to do it for me on this wacky Wednesday, this hump day, the week's middle finger. Remember to head over to any social media platforms, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. Type in Joe Lowry, what a day, hit search. My stuff comes up. Boom, hit like, subscribe, join. It's all free, folks. It's there for your liking. So head on over there and give me a shout out, huh? Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.